No, I've just started recording again. Hi. See?
Hello.
We tried the last time to be professional.
Hello.
We're still no fucking professional.
We fucked up. My cat's out
We
there.
fucked this up. This is take 2, believe it or not. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Old Haunts Chat. We were saying, like I said, this is take 2 and we fucked up the last one. Put it somewhere we weren't supposed to. So we're just saying, thank you very much if any have managed to watch our previous 2 episodes. We had a magical revelation for Gav that basically says if you can prove that you've watched the last 2 episodes, get Old Haunts clothing and subscribed. Like and subscribe. Is that not what we need to say?
That's what the YouTube people say. They say like and subscribe.
Press the subscribe button, which will be somewhere. And Gav will give you a discount code for oldhauntsclothing.com. You can buy some cool shit.
Jump into the Instagram and the DMs, prove to me that you screenshots and shit, I don't know. And I'll hit you up with a discount code to buy some cool stuff.
There you go.
Can I get better than that, can you?
No.
And if you share it
and you get other folk, we'll be even more happy.
Oh, also, now, we do this out of absolute chaos and insanity in our fucking lives, but we've set up a Patreon right now. I understand that a lot of people use Patreon to fund their mortgage and shit like that. We're asking for £1. You know why? To buy juice while we're fucking doing this. That's it.
Put it towards a slab of cans.
So we'll put the Patreon link in the description. If you like what you like, £1. You can't even buy a Freddo for £1 now.
No, they're actually coming back down. So they were.
What?
For like the 80 pence that they fucking went to. 80 pence for a Freddo, man. That's fucking. Right, anyway, I should probably do introductions, but let's see professionalism.
Fucking
Hi.
Professional as a
Right.
Street colonic.
Yep. How's it going? I'm Dave Lee Roth. Alongside me, my more musically talented co-host, Eddie Van Halen, better known to our friends and family as Rick and Gav. And so, in a week that has had a piece absolutely devastated by the pure destructive force of the thing called skill holidays, what's been happening?
I get invited to the Illuminati.
So I heard. Was it it was in TikTok.
Okay. No, it wasn't. Well, no, I put
Did
it.
you not put a video or something on TikTok?
I did, So I've come to the conclusion that TikTok is not a place where I can market properly. So I just put fucking this guy. this guy sent me a DM on Instagram. It was wealth, money, and power, and all that stuff. If you go on there on Instagram, I'll be going, but now it's on the stories anyway. And he was wanting me to join the Illuminati, and I'm seriously considering taking up his offer.
Hey,
so it could hurt, could it? I mean, maybe my anus, but so yeah, that's what happened. And I had a massive.
Do you get into Bohemian Grove?
Well.
Episode 2, if nobody kens what we're talking about.
If I'm in the Illuminati, I can basically go anywhere.
No, I suppose.
You know it. And then I had a meltdown about flowers. I think that's also on TikTok.
Yeah. Aye.
The classification of flowers. Who decide? Anyway, go to the TikTok and you can see it, right? What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Besides like I said, I've had the offspring this week so far. They went back today. Why do skills have as many holidays? Honestly,
teachers are junkies.
I cannot remember when we were younger having that many fucking holidays.
Don't remember one in February.
I can't even remember. It's got a name on it because they give you like a sheet. What? This is his holidays. This is when he's off, and I can't. It had a name next to it.
Teachers have the best fucking holiday allocation out of any other profession.
I have a big mate that's a teacher, and he reckons he's hard worked. I'll leave it.
I know. Well, one of my mates, pals, is a maths teacher, and I've never seen a boy so thirsty in all my life. He downs pints like there's no tomorrow. He's a maths teacher, and I swear to God, he must be a fucking 10 to 15 pint a night guy.
Stressing, just drinker. Magic.
And it could just be trying to teach fucking Pythagoras theorem to people who are just trying to get a wee fucking rub and a tug.
No.
Teenagers. It's an academy, right? And fucking. What are we talking about tonight?
No, before we get into this, I need to bring something else up, because I was doing this before we came on to record this, and it was fucking annoying the life out of me. Have you ever?
Was it wanking?
No. That was before. That was earlier. Have you ever seen on TikTok's really bad for it? It's these reaction videos. First time I've heard this song.
Right.
Jesus.
I take issue.
Fucking Christ.
The big African American guy.
It's a whole page that's just basically it's all the folk that do it, all the folk that do these videos, right? And I'm sitting watching it, and I was like, and you had some kind of obscure ones, and I was like, oh, that's a good beat and everything. And then it was Bryan Adams, Everything I Do. Who the fuck doesn't know that song? That was that was number one here for fucking. I think the only thing that did it was Wet 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 had one that was fucking number one for ages, but Bryan Adams was fucking everywhere. So it's like, she's like, oh, this, I've never heard this before. I was like, fuck up, seriously, just shut up. But
I've got one better.
It got worse. It got worse for Bryan Adams.
What?
The next one, Rick Astley. If you've never heard the song, if you've never heard the song, you've seen the videos, the Rick Rolling videos. There's no way in the creation of fucks you've never heard that tune. So, see, even at that, I'm going, no, this isn't getting gone well here. Got worse again.
Right, how can it get worse?
Tina.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Again. Right, I was watching Schitt's Creek, right? We've been watching Schitt's Creek, and one of the wee boys played a fucking a version of Tina. Simply the best, Tina. And it was actually pretty nice. It was, if you imagine, like, fucking.
I get what you mean. I've watched Schitt's Creek.
Have you seen it? It's quite good. I think they're learning it. And then I had a massive rant to my good lady that he wasn't actually playing the guitar at the time. And she told me to shut the fuck up because it's a programme. Aye.
No, Tina Turner, simply the best. Oh, this is great. At this point, I want to fling something, but then I remember it's main screen. I was like, I'd need to replace it if I did. Freddie Mercury appeared. Bohemian Rhapsody, and I was straight. I'm like, nah. Comment section. In the comment section, Wayne take a flea, fuck yourselves. There's no fucking danger that you've never heard Bohemian Rhapsody.
What I'm going to do it. Right, see tomorrow. I'm going to do a TikTok, and it's going to be a song, pretty obvious song that I've heard, and I'm going to see how it hits on the TikTok algorithm. Because that's because you know all that shit.
Caramel dancing.
Break stuff, and it was Master of Puppets, and it was that guy, that African American lad, listening to break stuff, and I'm like, who hasn't heard Limp Bizkit's break stuff? If you haven't heard it,
I've seen somebody say they haven't heard it fucking Rolling.
Where did they been?
What, at one point in time towards, like, when did Rolling come out? Early 2000s. It was everywhere. But
exactly.
No, that was fucking dim.
It was a Restless theme tune and everything, man.
It was Undertaker's theme tune, so it was.
Swan, and Master of Puppets was an Arian. I was like, okay, now let's be honest here. There was a resurgence of Master of Puppets fans because of that thing you watch with all the spooky kids.
Right. And Eddie played it in Stranger Things.
Aye, we played it. We played bits of it. Like, how have you not heard? Do you know what I heard? Right, so I seen a thing and it was Taylor Swift and it was like a fucking exploration thing.
No, you're not allowed to mention that. We're not allowed to talk about her.
But this is funny though, right? And it was like she's got a 10-minute long song, right? And they're like, oh my god, how could she manage to do a 10-minute long song? She's so amazing. She's so this. She's so that. That's a master of her craft. And I'm like, no effects have an 18-minute song, and they're all drug addicts.
Quite clearly never heard of Meatloaf, because I don't think any of his was below fucking 10 minutes.
Metallica are very lucky to be below 7 minutes. You know what I mean?
I can't actually think a Meatloaf song that's less than fucking 8 minutes. The full version I Do Anything for Love But Won't Do That, it's about 18 minutes.
That's talking about anal.
What?
Right. Love But I Won't Do That.
Pegging. I'm getting it, no her.
Pegging.
Right, we can verge away there. That's my wee rant by. That was just, they were fucking doing my box in earlier on.
I'm going to try it tomorrow.
Aye, just the most random tune you can come up with.
No, it's going to be something so fucking obvious, like Offspring or something.
Right, so I went into my magical conspiracy theory generator. I was like, what the fuck can we talk about today?
Right.
Roll it. Does a wee roll thing that comes up and gives me a thing and sends me down rabbit holes. And I was like, right, what we go with this time? A certain fella by the name of Nikola Tesla.
Oh.
No him that invented the motors, him that lended his name to the motors.
Uh-huh.
Right. I presume you ken who Nikola Tesla is, right?
I do, yes.
Yes, Nikola Tesla was born 1856 in what was the Austrian Empire, which is just basically modern day Croatia. I've been there. It's a lovely place.
Geography. Geography lessons.
Well, I'm sitting reading it and I'm going, the Austrian Empire, going, right, Germany, Austria, and it's like Croatia. How does that work? So to dig up maps and everything, just to show me where the fucking Austrian Empire was.
Yep.
Right.
Did it fucking slide in there?
I don't know. Fucking Europe during the days was weird as fuck, man. Countries you didn't expect to own everything, and they own wee tiny bits of it. Aye. So Tesla is the son of a priest. So Orthodox Church. His mother was just basically a kind of naturally talented woman who fucking made things, created tools, mechanical appliances, and obviously she's passed this down to her boy. Tesla, as you can, became an inventor, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, just basically all round genius, brainy bastard, right? So he moved to America in 1884, and there was no longer give him dual citizenship. So apparently the Americans kind of sussed out he was quite handy for a few things. His whole idea was, I can invent these things, patent them, make a fortune. Right? So he done hundreds of experiments with generators, electrical discharges, and he was kind of partly responsible for the early manifestation, if you want, in X-ray imaging. Right. It basically kind of went into the whole electricity thing and pursued ideas like wireless electricity and lighting. Right. So instead of cables fucking running everywhere, he come up with the one thing that you've probably seen is the Tesla coil. Big fucking beam thing that sparks fucking electricity.
They always use that in like shitty horror films.
If you've watched this, you'll probably see a wee graphic it doing a bit here by the time I'm done with here.
A bit there.
No, it's down in this corner. So your man Tesla, basically, he thought he could fucking revolutionise like
Fucking
everything. Right? He's responsible for a couple of other things. Induction motor. Well, it was an induction motor. Well, basically, it's like hand hoovers, power tools, hair dryers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't need a fucking hair dryer, but it would come in handy anyway. So, where did this rabbit hole? Where did this rabbit hole go to? Right. So we're going to Tesla. What do you read about Tesla?
right.
What if it discovered something else? Don't waste it.
Like?
Don't waste it and say it yet. Right. So it was funded.
I honestly don't know because I'm fucking voting.
You see, it was funded in his hotel room, right? 1943, New York. So he stayed in New York. Big fucking. It's a big, weird looking hotel. But came out, it reminded me. I was looking at it. Do you remember where Dana Barrett stayed in the original Ghostbusters film?
Aye.
The Sherry kind of buildings. Right.
Right.
It's fucking.
Was he a draft?
I don't know.
Was he a draft dodger?
I think I don't think. I think he get let off with because he was a fucking genius, like. But that's the thing. When he did the American government seized all his shit. Right. It was the American government's Office of Alien Property. That sounds like a good made up one. Right. So they were in, and basically, I think Tesla was about 85, 86 at the time when they died. They were in,
right.
height of the Cold War. So they thought, we can't let nobody else get fucking near this. Because it was supposed to go to a relative. It was like, nah, we're taking this. Fucking swooped in, all his paperwork, all his blueprints, everything they taken, put it in these big chests.
Everything.
Fucking taken it away.
The
Americans weren't risking. What if he's come up with something? So they got this, and they got a team of a few folk, but right fucking genius, fucking brainy cunts, right? So they give them these trunks for fucking all this paperwork and says, we'll look through that. Is there anything of significance in there that we could chase? There was rumours.
Really good soup recipe.
There was rumours before they did that Tesla had said this folk is come up with a particle beam weapon, right, that he cried a death ray, right? So he'd come up, he'd mentioned to somebody about this. No, I think it's me, fucking thing. So the government's going, is this in here? We need to have a look for this in case fucking this is in here and we can use it. Because 1943, you're still a couple of years before the war ended.
Are you talking about a laser gun?
It was basically, see, the whole idea. Do you ever heard of Ronald Reagan's is the Strategic Defence Initiative? It was basically Ronald Reagan's Star Wars program. It's an idea of having a fucking laser that could shoot nukes out the sky. Right?
I have basically in the last couple of days been on an absolute fucking conspiracy theory rabbit hole about Reagan, CIA, crap, Kane, fucking all sorts of shit.
Aye.
So yes, I actually have listened. I've heard about them.
Well, basically that's the kind of the whole inspiration for Reagan's fucking Star Wars program, is because Tesla had says, I've got something that can fucking help us here. So American government, fuck, geez all that. We need to go through this. We need to get brainy folk to go through it. So they gave it to an electrical engineer fella for MIT. Have a look through that, see what you can find. Right. So the fella's name was Dr. John G. Trump. Aye, that Trump. That Trump. That's his uncle.
Papa Trump?
It's his uncle.
It's his uncle. Right, okay.
Right. He was asked by the government, brung it to his house, says 38 trunks worth. And then you're talking, you might know, kind of old school fucking
military style fucking things that you would put a body in.
38 of them, dropped him off at his house. Says, Tesla had mentioned this fucking death ray. Look through that for us and see what you can find. Right? So
Right.
Trump, he's went through all this. There's like wee scribbled notes, experiment logs, fucking blueprints and all that shit. He's went through it all.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, is he? Phoned the government up, says, come get this. Says, I can't find nothing in here. There's nothing. Just keep a hold of them. So Trump gave them back the 35 trunks of information. He says, right, put them to the side. He says, we'll maybe have a look through it later on. So he's like, nothing in it, I can't see nothing. Can't see anything in there. So a couple of folk prior to Trump having these cases was a couple of folk that had a nosy through them, like proper brainy folk. Vannevar
Right.
Bush was a name you've maybe heard. Wait a minute, I got a drink, I'm dry as fuck.
Is he an actual Bush? Like,
When you see a picture of him, I don't actually know what the kind of lineage is, but if you see a picture of him, he looks like one.
looks
right.
like one of the Bushes.
Aye. Vannevar Bush was worked under Franklin Roosevelt, and Roosevelt put him appointed him as head of the Manhattan Project. So there's a chance. There's a chance.
Last week.
Aye, that's why I brought that up, because I remember you couldn't remember
That's
his
the
name.
guy's name, I forgot.
Right. So the side was the question could be raised is Tesla had a wee horn in the development of the Manhattan Project. I think Bush was before. Bush kinda had it before Oppenheimer. Could the kind of breakthrough. Right. So anyway, this trunk says, I've looked through them. There's nothing in the 35 trunks. Let's see.
They gave him 37.
He gave him 38. And he gave him 35. He gave him 35 back. So
Maths.
has Mr. Trump found something in Tesla's work? He's obviously felt the need to keep the American government.
Like what?
Well, when
Oh, Rick. Don't leave us in suspense. Tell us more.
Right. So when Dr. John Trump died, these 3 trunks were passed down to somebody in his family. Would you like to guess who that was?
Tell me his fucking nephew.
He's orange and has a weird toupee. Donald Trump is in possession of the 3 trunks that he kept. Right.
Really?
This is
Donald J. Trump, the former president and idiot.
Right. This is how the story goes. Right. We'll give you story time, right?
Story time. Story time.
Right. I've got a couple of books for you. I could read a wee story for you, right? These are books for the 1890s. Right. First one is called Baron Trump's Marvellous Underground Journey.
A kid's book.
It's a kid's book, aye. It's about a 10-year-old boy called Baron Trump, who has an older mentor named Don, who is a rich man that lives in Fifth Avenue in New York City. Right. Him and Don travel to Russia and find a portal to a magical different world. Right. I'll break that down for you a wee bit. So, Baron Trump, do you ken any Baron Trumps? Well, I take this jumper off. Right. Baron Trump.
Don't care any barons.
I pay it for Donald's son. Anyway, Baron's got a mentor.
What's he called?
But Donald Trump's son is called Baron. Right.
Right.
So Baron's got an older mentor by the name of Don. Right, an older person that advises him. Don lives in Fifth Avenue in New York. Right.
Is that where his Trump Tower is?
If I said to you, 725 Fifth Avenue in New York City is where Trump Tower sits.
Right.
Right. Now, think about this. These books were written in the 1890s.
hold on a minute here. Are you alluding to the fact
I
that
don't say it yet.
Donald?
Don't say it yet.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I can't help that. I've got a condition.
All right. The sequel book to this is cried 1900 or the Last President. Right. So in that, the vast majority of New York City is in an uproar. Right. After a presidential candidate unexpectedly was elected, despite the very strong opposition to him. He joining the dots here, yeah.
It sounds like a political career.
Yeah, Donald Trump was never going to win against Hillary Clinton.
Right. But he did.
Everybody had her picture nailed up, all the TV programmes and everything. Hillary's won. But he did. Don, in the books, became president, and it swore in a guy to his cabinet by the name of Pence. Right, Donald Trump's vice president is Mike Pence. Right, and the Don character in the book was said to have been silenced and censored by a lot of people. Now I can think of somebody that was banned for Twitter at one point for running his mouth.
That's right. Aye. He was banned for all social medias.
It banned for a lot of social medias.
So he started his own, apparently.
It kind of ties in a wee bit. You could even, if you want to, see these books that were written by a guy called Ingersoll Lockwood. Right, he's an author, a lawyer, writer, wrote children's books and the Last President's made a kind of dystopian novel thing. Mm-hmm. Conveniently lived just down the street for a Mr. Tesla. Right? Mm-hmm. And if you want to really nitpick at this, right? Ingersoll, I can hardly pronounce his first name, Ingersoll Lockwood, right? You break it down, the Lockwood Company, current day, you can search this one, make locks and keys. They were found at the year they started writing these books. Ingersoll is also a company that was founded roughly about the same time. Guess what they make? Ingersoll make watches. So Ingersoll Lockwood would be like the key to time.
See it yet?
You're getting there. Right. Tell you what then. If you don't like books, I can do a film instead.
I like films.
When would it come out? 89 would it come out? Do you remember Back to the Future 2?
Yes.
What's the premise yet?
No.
Premise Back to the Future 2. Back to the Future 1, it goes back to 1955, blah, blah, blah. Back to the Future 2 goes forward in time to 2015, where...
Oh, that's when we were supposed to have flying shoes.
Flying shoes, flying skateboards, flying motors.
Aye.
Pish.
Instead we've got flat earthers.
Still waiting on it. Right, so 2015, conveniently when Trump's presidential campaign started, but we'll not get into that now. Old Biff Tannen finds out about Delorian, so he comes into this bit of information and the technology to do something with it. So he goes back in time to 1955, gives himself the information. This causes an alternative timeline when he goes back to 1985, where Biff's rich, powerful, living in a big massive skyscraper called Biff Towers. And can you remember who he looks like? You remember it?
I do.
Now,
I can see it.
Now, the Back to the Future writer Bob Gale admitted that Biff's character in the second one was based on Donald Trump. The orange skin, the bad toupee, everything. So, somebody getting back in time, making so rich and powerful, buying big
Can
fancy,
I see it now?
buying big fancy hotel, naming it after themselves. Just a wee side note, seen 1985, Donald Trump bought the Atlantic City Hilton Hotel and renamed it Trump Castle. But
He fucked that into the ground, that in.
eventually, that's just a wee coincidence, right? Right, here's one for you. Could tie in Back to the Future to fucking Nikola Tesla, if you want.
Ooh.
How did
He invented Delorian.
How did Marty get back to 1985 in the first film?
I don't know. I can't remember.
No, remember?
He
Drives the DeLorean along the street just as the clock tower gets struck by lightning.
Aye.
Electricity sends him back in time.
Right.
End of the second one. DeLorean again struck by lightning, probably purest form of electricity, and sent back to 1885, which is just a couple of years before this boy started writing the books about Baron Trump.
Right. Okay.
Right. So while we're on the lightning, Trump was elected president in 2016, the same year that Trump Tower in Chicago was struck by 3 consecutive lightning bolts. Right. It was on the same night as the final presidential debate. So when he was just about to become president, his tower was hit 3 times at the exact time. Just a coincidence, last one, I presume.
It's probably just a fucking lightning rod, that.
Aye.
Right.
Just getting off in the squirrel tangent. There is other theories with Back to the Future, because I went down in a rabbit hole. There's a warning about 9/11 in it. As if somebody had been trying to warn.
It's like The Simpsons.
Simpsons are really good at it. But
everything. So, can I see it now?
You can see it if you want when you go.
Is the 3 chests got something in it that has made time travel possible?
Does Donald Trump have the ability to travel through time? Right.
Fucking. You know, he'd probably go back to fucking prehistoric ages and try and argue with a dinosaur.
Just bring one home with him. Keep it as a pet.
Just a bit like that.
Keep it as a pet. One of these fucking English. One of these hotels.
Ken what, lads? It took us hours to storm the Capitol building. Look what I've brought. A fucking big Tyrannosaurus Rex just charging up fucking Capitol Hill.
That would have done it in half the fucking time, man.
Fucking right, man. Imagine the pile of shit that would leave.
Just scraping that off.
Fucking. So
what if his uncle John Trump? He's obviously lied about Tesla's work.
Mm-hmm.
What if there's been blueprints in there for some Tesla? Had I was said he was going in. They just thought he was fucking at it. I ken how to bend time. Right. So what happens if one of these chests has blueprints, plans, models, how to actually work a time machine?
How would we prove that kind of thing?
You can't. John Trump died in 1955, by the way, before he had the time to test all this out and work it. Right, 1955.
Before he had the time to travel.
1955 is when they go back to the Future, just to tie that in. Quite convenient, that. So these files passed down to his close and loving nephew, Mr. Orange Face himself, Donald J. Trump. Now, he's got blueprints and resources to, let's just say, hypothetically, it was true, he could do this, right? So, around about that time, about 1985, right? Donald Trump was known for using pseudonyms, like fake names, right? Which included John Miller, John Barron, right, as a kind of pioneer kind of homage. Right, but there's another name that he was less known for using. It was John Titor. Titor, Titor.
Tit. He's a fucking...
Titor. Right.
Right.
So, the name John Titor come up in the early noughties on the, well, basically all of the internet, by an individual that claimed to be an American military time traveller for the year 2036, right? So most of the time these cunts are fucking, that's great, pal. You get a lot of numbers.
It's lovely.
Right, so this individual has been posting discussions about various aspects of time travel, some of the things that you need it to get a working time machine, and went into detail about future events that cause fuck ups and what eventually a global nuclear war.
Right.
So obviously he's been quizzed about this. So he says that my original test run was to go back to 1975 to retrieve an old computer, an IBM 5100 computer, right, which he said could debug and fix a computer program known as the Unix 2038 program. Right, so basically the Unix 2038 program, I've looked this up, it's basically what they thought Y2K was going to be. See, they were expecting all the computers just to fucking stop and melt down and that.
And what, that's the program that was going to cause it?
2038, apparently this program was going to kick in, but fucking missing the screen there. But he needed this older computer. That's an idea. 10 minutes. So he warned of incoming nuclear wars, some civil disruptions surrounding presidential figures. At this point, I'm going to put a picture of the Capitol riots up here.
We've had that. Right, that's happened.
The yin I looked at and I went, I didn't say this, but I looked at it and I went, fuck, I can know what that's talking about. It's a potential threat of the, I need to see if I can pronounce this, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Right, which it's a degenerative brain disease. Right, that's first.
Zombies.
No, wait to hear this and tell me who's the first person you think about, right? The first symptoms of it is a rapidly progressive dementia, leading to memory loss, personality changes and hallucinations.
Biden.
Joe Biden. That's the first person that came to my head.
Okay, Joe Biden. So there's a disease about that's melting fucking people's brains.
Disease in the future.
Joe Biden's
apparently that is melting folks' brains. And you look at Joe Biden and go, you're not the official, no.
What's wrong with you?
There's something wrong. So,
right. So this cunt's went back to get this computer program to stop Joe Biden losing his marbles and pump Sarah Connor.
Or you can be a wee bit more nasty about it. Maybe he's went back and gave Biden the disease.
In 1975, Joe Biden was still about 50.
75 was his first mission. Right, this boy posted all through the early noughties about all these different things. He's done a few. So basically, he's put kind of subtle warnings to try and this is going to happen. Don't let it harm. This is going to happen. Don't. So let's just for argument's sake, let's say it is Trump, right? And he's put out all these warnings and attempt. Nobody's done but any normal person would do and went, fuck up, I'm doing this, is stupid.
Fuck up.
Right?
You need your head sorted.
So he's done all this to try and prevent what he knows is coming. Nobody's taking this seriously, so how could he get himself taken more seriously? Or how would he get more people to listen to him? How about running for president?
I don't think many people
Nobody thought he was going to do it. Nobody took him seriously. Nobody thought he was going to win. Everybody thought Hillary Clinton was fucking odds on. Right?
I don't necessarily class the American president as a trustworthy source, though.
But it's not so much the trustworthy source, it's the power. You have the power and the resources to do whatever the fuck you want.
Aye, that makes sense.
For argument's sake,
right.
he goes back. Nobody takes him seriously when he tries to do it the subtle way. So, what if he knows?
I'm going to be president.
He knows at the time when it's going to go wrong. Right? Maybe it's something fucking Hillary does. If Hillary Clinton had won the election, maybe she started fucking shite with Putin. Putin's went, no, fuck you, bombs. Fucking boom, place is fucked.
We're all back to some sort of fucking New World Order push.
Aye.
Maybe. So he's saved us. You try to say Donald Trump's time travelling has saved our lives.
Well, you could look at it that way. He's knew what's going to happen, and if he hadn't stepped in, pretty soon into a position of power. Because look at him with Putin. Everybody says either pals or not pals, but Trump would come on the tail and say, "I've told him, don't fuck about this, and I'll fuck about with you back." Is it arrogance? Is it overconfidence to the point of sheer arrogance? Or as he went, I ken how this is going to end up. It's just because he's not going to do nothing. I'm going to give him a mouth for. Tell him if he fucks about with me, I'm going to bomb him. And he kens nothing happens because he's waiting and seen how it ends.
I'm trying to think of something that happened that he wouldn't be, like, he couldn't have predicted unless this theory was true. Right. I can't think of anything.
Well, here's one that must be a wee spanner in the works, right? The 2020 presidential campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So he went up against Biden. But basically, that's the last one that's led us into the current administration in America. Right? Trump announced his sale that he'd won. He says, "Oh, I've won. I'm going to be the president again." He won. Didn't turn out that way. Biden won to the point where Trump wanted an investigation into it. Voter fraud.
That's right.
Again, was this just sheer fucking orange man arrogance? Or did he go, no, wait a minute, I'm fucking supposed to win this. This is, I'm supposed to be here to stop this and this happening. Something went wrong.
So the humanity is fucked up. Has the timeline continuum and all the butterflies and all that shit.
What if there was something fucking dodgy going on, right? So this has happened. He's went, oh wait a minute, I could fucking fix this. He's went back to try and sort it, and they can't find out where the source of the fraud's coming from. They can't work out how he's lost. Right, so there's nothing they can do about it. Trump, his sale was quoted as saying he would only ever run for one term. Right? So what if all the plans and the assurances that he'd put in place to stop any fucking major happening in the future had been disrupted by losing the 2020 election? So he's went, I'm going to get back into power here.
To get back.
Hence the re-election campaign for this year.
This is a weird one.
I tell you, this is a fucking deep thought one.
Fuck me, what the fuck have you been on when you've been researching this shit, man?
Oh, there's some I tell you, there's a kind of branch off here. It's along the same lines. Like, what if this bouncing back and forward in time, right, is what has caused Mandela effects? Right? So going back time has changed something in our timeline. Right. I'll give you this one, right? Mandela effects named after
I need an example.
Nelson Mandela, right? the whole idea of the Mandela effect is that folk remember Nelson Mandela died in prison. Right? So that's the. But it didn't. It was released in 1998 and he became president in 1994. Right?
Yeah.
What if he did die in prison? That's why folk remember it. He did die in prison. But the consequences of him no becoming this big anti-apartheid figure and eventually president end it with fucking horrific events or results and end up.
What are you saying? Donald Trump went back and fucking
kept
Big Nelson alive.
So what happens if you can get back and change it?
Here, Nelson.
It's maybe been some fucking what? South Africa, the days it was blacks v whites. What happens if some white prison guard had went, "Oh fuck you, you're fucking beat, shot him, fucking put something in his food." What if you could get back and stop that from happening? Let him become this figurehead, this anti-apartheid figure. Let him become president, and look what it did. The apartheid ended, and it's no fucking ideal, but it's South Africa's a lot more.
It's not great, but it's
mixed place now as opposed to what it was. Oh my God, it's fucking.
So
that's there. You've got
I still kind of I can't get over who the apparent hero of all this is. Right. Well,
that's the question you need to ask. According to basically news stories and like official paperwork, he was the recipient of his uncle's work, which at this point would include these three drunks for Tesla's work. See your Mandela effect, right? Your Mandela effect's got a lot of fucking. There's a lot of trivial ones, right? Like your Monopoly guy with the monocle. The end of We Are the Champions. How does the end of We Are the Champions be Queen? How's it end? What's the last one?
World?
No, there's no.
Of
the world. It doesn't say of the world. There's just We Are the Champions. That's how it ends. You're not going to check that.
I watched the Mighty Ducks the other day. I'm sure it is.
Aye, they sing it at the end. Sing it at the end of the thing. You're going to need to check that because I'm going to know you. Right. You're right. What about JFK? Right, JFK was shot in an open top motor going through Dallas, right? Here one for you. See the layout of the route that it takes. It's the same setup. It's the same setup as Hill Valley Square in Back to the Future, where the shooter would be at the top. Where the shooter would be at the top of the courthouse, and where he was shot would be where Marty was fucking. Where Marty hits the lightning, goes Back to the Future. Right. I'm reading this. I'm going fuck off. I've sat and watched Back to the Future. Fucking see this. Right. JFK driving along. Four folk in the motor. Him, Jackie, Secret Service guy, driver. Right. If I tell you there was 6 folk in the motor. Texas governor and his wife were in the car as well.
I don't remember. I can see the picture in my mind.
See a picture of him and his missus sitting, and then you've got the driver and the Secret Service boy. But apparently there was the Texas governor and his wife sitting between the Secret Service boy and
so it was like row. Aye. I don't know because it's a Misfits fucking artwork. Right, okay.
Again,
so that's a Mandela effect.
What if the governor wasn't actually there? What if he didn't want to? What if he didn't want to be in the motor for some reason?
Because he would have got shot.
What if he kent somebody was going to get shot? They're a fucking can of worms.
Oh God!
What if the Texas governor knew there was going to be a shooter there and didn't want to be in the motor?
Here's the devil's advocate one, right?
Right.
if this is true, right, and Donald J. Trump is a time travelling hero, and he sorted Big Nelson, he sorted the Texas governor. Why didn't he go to Germany and sort that?
I ken the answer that would end up fucking if somebody who listens into this will shoot me. Do you realise who financed both sides of World War Two?
Yeah.
Right, that's why. There's money
Right.
there was money to be made. For them that doesn't
So
care,
what
fuck
about
it. American banks and companies financed both sides in World War Two. The Germans and the
Everything.
Allies. Everything.
All the wars.
That's why they made so much money. That's why all these rich white guys that go to Bohemian Grove, they're loaded is because they
but not
sell.
Donald Trump?
Right, when you go then. I was waiting to you ask.
How come he's not a member? Of Bohemian Grove. Then, if he can time travel, I mean, he can.
What does he need? What does he need to be in a secret organisation for roaming about the woods when anything he needs to know he can find it?
Passing the Woods with Steven Tyler?
Yeah, he could kick about the woods, pushing the woods with Steven Tyler and fucking Walt Disney.
Right. So, what about the in the kind of, was it the 80s and 70s and 60s and stuff like that, and they were like the anti-establishment, so the hippies and the kind of Black Panther movement were very anti-establishment, and they all get fucking jailed for no reason. Wait, I've answered my own question. That was for money.
There you go.
That's because it was private prisons.
I've got another Mandela
Right.
effect if you want.
Okay.
Try
Right.
this one.
One then.
Right. I think I mentioned it in episode 1, the Challenger space shuttle. Came at one. Challenger's the one that blew up. Right, exploded. That was in 1986. Right. Do you ken it was delayed 5 times? Somebody delayed the launch 5 times. And they still never to the fucking hint. What if somebody kent that what was going to happen, tried to prevent it?
And just said, sorry, you don't have the permit for this.
5
Flat.
times
Right.
it was delayed.
And it still blew up, so
And
could they know done it a 6th time?
they still launched it.
He's probably sat in his fucking tower and went like that. You know what?
Oh,
Fuck them. If they're not going to listen.
I've given them 5 chances. Fuck them.
That's what it is. You get 5, what is it, 5 strikes?
5 strikes and then you're fucked.
5 strikes and then whatever happens, pal.
Yeah.
Right.
Here one for you. Just when we're talking about the Challenger, and this is a just totally random squirrel moment. I need to stop bopping because I've just drunk that. Did you ken Big Bird was supposed to be on that? Big Bird was supposed to be
the character or the guy.
I don't know if it's been the guy in the suit. Big Bird was supposed to be in the Challenger shuttle. It's a publicity thing. I found this out the other day. I was like, fucking hell, man. If Big Bird had been on it, Big Bird, folk would have watched Big Bird blow up.
There was a watch Big Bird fly.
A big yellow fucking streak. What's that?
Feathers everywhere. It'd be like, you know, you watch the fucking cartoons and you get tarred and feather and there's feathers everywhere. When a bird explodes, that'll be what it is. Raining fucking yellow feathers all the way down and the winds like that.
Just lands in somebody's gear in a perfectly cooked chicken.
Smashing that. That's smashing. Cheers, Tesla. That laser's fucking shot that above
I fucking read that the other day and I'm going, that's fucking mental. That'd have been fucking amazing. Wayne's sitting watching it. Big Bird's on that about boom.
Boom.
So
fucking, imagine Oscar the Grouch skiing at his fucking eulogy.
Oscar the Grouch going,
I don't like him.
I'm in charge now. It's my street now.
Get the dealers and the hookers out.
Aye. So there, you're kind of overwhelming end question there's, is Donald Trump actually an arrogant orange bastard, or is he actually time travelling saviour?
Time travelling. I'm going to go with arrogant orange prick.
You look at it, regardless of where he's standing, he's went back and given you some money and power.
Right, so there's my next question.
You've never seen a guy who goes through money, fucks up that much, goes bankrupt that much, and still has enough money to do whatever the fuck he wants. So eventually, at some point,
he doesn't scream money though. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you look at,
I'm a time traveller, I'm worth fucking £90 billion. Should I tell everybody? No, I'll probably just keep that to myself.
Then why is he being indicted?
Do you think he's actually no sussed this out? Like, they're talking about him getting indicted and flung in prison.
I've got a theory.
Is he going to get flung in prison? I can't see it.
I've got a theory.
Right, here you go.
Now, he's going to be the first American presidential candidate with a criminal record or under investigation or something like that, right? Maybe, right? I'm agreeing with the time travel thing, right? He's come back in time. He's going to maybe get elected, maybe not. Doesn't matter. But he's paving the way for someone who has a criminal record to be president.
Right.
Right. Who could that be?
Half the politicians in America.
There's Stephen. There's Stephen Tyler.
Stephen Tyler, president.
Or it could be anyone. It could be anyone that's got a criminal record. I mean, fucking half of America got a criminal record. So he's basically making. Oh, the fucking burping, man! He's making politics reverse. I'm not buying into this. No, I'm not agreeing with this. No.
You're thinking about it.
I don't like you for it.
the one that got me was the books. That Ingersoll Lockwood books, right? They were written in the 1890s.
Is there proof of that though? Like,
the books exist, aye.
Proof.
The books exist.
The books exist, and they were published at that time.
And they were published in 1890, 1892. I think the two of them
something like that, right? It's what about this, right? When Britney Spears came out, right? Britney Spears came out and automatically there was fucking thousands of wee lassies born named Britney.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So your man fucking Dr. Trump, that sounds fucking perverse.
Dr.
Trump.
John Trump, go away. It makes him sound less intelligent.
Do we know when he was born-ish?
John Trump was born. I think. That's somewhere. Where the fuck did I put it?
In your wee fancy script. Is it the 1800s anyway?
Aye.
Right.
I think he was roughly about the same age as what Nikola Tesla would have been.
Right.
No, he can't have been. He must have been older.
What if these books influenced the naming of certain people in the world?
Baron. Baron's a German name. Right.
Well,
Baron's a nickname for a very long German name, which includes like Heimlich or Heinrich. I can't pronounce it because I'll end up having a fucking stroke if I try to pronounce it.
Yeah.
No.
Like, do you see where I'm getting at? Like these works of fiction or fact or whatever have influenced the social, the social aspect of it, like the same way like fucking Britney Spears and everyone was called Britney Spears, and then Christina. They're the examples I can think of. But when I think about it now, there's nobody else called Edgar or Elvis. Maybe there is an Elvis. You know it? I don't know anyone called Elvis. I know a wee guy that's got his middle name's Aaron, and that's Elvis Aaron Presley.
I ken somebody whose first name's Aaron, named after Elvis Aaron Presley.
Is that what it is? Is it really? I never knew that. But these books could have influenced that, and that's how it came about. There's also the fact that names are generally kind of lineage. Well,
if you...
my father's named after my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, it could be that kind of thing.
Well, if you're going to that, like, the Trumps are half of German descent. So
Trump's not a German name, though. Is it really?
It's not a German name, but they're half of German descent.
You know what it means in England? Trump.
I came out of Trumpers, aye. A fart. A big,
that's what the English
big
call it,
Don
Trump.
fart, aye. But
big fart. Big barren fart.
Big barren fart. But the fact that the books were that long ago, you've got Barron. He's maybe named his son after that. He's maybe kent about these books, and then you've got the mentor, the older figure, by the name of Don.
So is that supposed to be Donald?
What if he's both? What if he's both Barron and Don, and the Don in the books is him coming back and giving him information? Now
You've fucked it. So future Don comes back to past Don to educate him on what's going to happen.
He's the travel to find a portal to a magical world.
Oh, fuck me. Right, this is fucking wild.
Lives in Fifth Avenue in New York City in a book for the 1890s.
Now, this is probably an emotional skew of the information. Now, the information is interesting. Right?
This is what you call a conspiracy theory. This is
right.
Slightly less oomph to the last two. This one is mere. Right.
Holy fuck.
There is evidence here.
But it's that way where you're thinking, this guy's a fucking wanker.
You look at Donald Trump. What if it's an act?
Piece of shit.
What if it's an act? What if it belongs to that? Fucking. What if he's one big act to throw folk off the fact that I know what's going on here?
He's a time travelling saviour of worlds.
There a wee thought to leave you with for listening.
Fuck me. That is wild.
See, I'm sitting reading it, honestly, I'm sitting going, I can't be fucking.
I wonder
right,
why you were awful quiet about this. And for all the 10 viewers, right? He can't hold his pish, right? Every year. He can't hold his pish. So see when he's got a fucking script in his mind, he'll blurt it out, right?
This man get the full fucking ADHD hyperfocus, this man.
And he never told me fuck all. He told me about a president, so automatically I thought, right, it's going to be about Trump because he's a big fucking racist bastard, right? But in no way, shape and form was I ready for this. there was no way I was ready for this at all. He's a time travelling fucking Jesus.
The big orange Jesus.
Big Jesus is fucking. See that Dalai Lama man? Sound guy, let's keep him alive. What about Elvis? He never kept Elvis alive.
I actually read somewhere that Elvis was a member of the Bohemian Grove.
I read that actually as well. after we watched it, after we fucking sat here and
What-
chatted shit about that.
What previous episode was
into
about
the
Bohemian
list.
Grove, in case you're wondering.
If you haven't watched it yet, go and watch it.
Watch it, like, subscribe,
Comment.
comment.
Helps us with the algorithm.
Just tell us we're shite. Tell us you're
Tell us-
laughing your cunt off at the fact that Donald Trump might actually be the saviour of the universe.
I mean,
Right.
He has an unhealthily large fucking arrogance about him. So
Is it
that
arrogance?
doesn't come at like some sort of fucking megalomaniac god complex. I don't know what it is.
See, is it arrogance? Or is it the fact that he knows what he's doing?
I don't want to get roped into this because I'm
Listen,
fucking.
I
sitting
in
here
no
thinking,
way take anything to do with American politics, right? So I'm no siding with MD here. I'm no fucking pro-Trump or pro-Biden. I just
we're
Trump,
not pro
Trump's
anyone.
a
All
weird
politicians
fucking
are
orange
Trump.
guy, and Joe Biden's. I think he's needing a home because there's something fucking seriously wrong with him. It's not that he's fucking. Joe Biden was actually fucking. When Joe Biden was with Obama, he was fucking sound and all there, and now he's just this disease that fucking Trump's brought back for the future.
There's a guy in confidence pants looking for Joe Biden. We can't find him. You know, that's good. That's what it is. It's the same way like some homes lost an idiot. Some fucking nursing home has lost an idiot. See the one up the road from me, by the way? It's they had to fucking move a bus stop. There's a bus stop outside.
I've heard this already. There's an ad. The audience just kept going out to the bus and fucking off.
Aye. So they had to move the bus stop because they just kept, venturing
Yeah, my bus
outside
pass. Let
and
me
then
on.
jumped on the bus and fucking off. And then half of them had dementia and whatever else wrong with them, so they would never find them. They couldn't find them, and then if they did find them, someone was like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm Nelson Mandela. You're like, what? Stop.
You're the wrong colour, Owen. Anyway. Oh, right. I will cry at that with this and let your brain
Yes,
fry like
that
that. You can do your fucking selling shit.
Hey, if you've made it this far, like we've
Well
said
done.
before, like, comment, subscribe. Well done. Your brain will turn to a wet bit of cake. I can feel mine going just now. Remember Old Haunts Clothing. If you've watched the first two, slide into the DMs on Instagram. I'll hit you up with a discount so you can get something nice and cheap. We also have a Patreon that we'll put in the description of the video. It's £1 a month or £3 a month if you want, just to kind of show us that somebody cares and
You
we can
love
buy
us.
some juice.
You actually love it.
If you don't like what we've said, then fuck off. Simple.
Is this
Many
next bit
videos.
that they're going to get complaints about?
Probably is. There's many videos on YouTube, and if you find out this one offensive, I'm sure I could do better. Right, let's do it. What's your sign off this week?
Right. If you've
The
watched,
last one.
if you've watched
Next
the
week.
last two,
Wait,
oh,
what are we doing next week?
I don't know.
I had a thought about next week. I'll keep it.
We'll keep it a surprise.
We'll keep it a surprise. Right. Let's do it. Your
I was
sign
going
off.
to say, if you've watched the last two, this is the bit where I try to get us cancelled, and these are going to get progressively worse.
Oh fuck God! Oh no! Please. Last week's one was
Oh,
right. No, the one you sent me earlier the day.
no, that's
You can't do that.
that's racist.
It
Oh,
was a bit ducks.
what's the difference between Neil
Right,
Armstrong and Michael Jackson?
One's deed.
No, Neil Armstrong walked in the moon. Michael Jackson was a pedo. Right, here's my thought for the week. Something funny to fucking take away and have a think about. And this year I like to kind of mess with Gareth Seed and this year. Who did we talk about last week? Arnie.
Aye.
Batman. The Dark Knight.
Michael Keaton.
No, the Dark Knight. The Batman, the character. Right?
Right.
You get the outfit, the iconic outfit, the black armour, the utility belt, the cape, and everything. You ever thought, right, he's trying to keep his identity a secret. So why does his mask only come to there?
I don't know. So he can.
You ever thought it's so the police ken that he's white and don't show him? And I'll leave you in that, and we'll see you in the next episode, folks.